I completely rewired my mind to believe that I am worthy of doing the things I love and I desire, and I am doing them right now. Why is it that the more you try, the more you push, the more you force, the further away you are from your desire, from your goal, from your dream life? And on the other side, people who seemingly just flow through life and do stuff effortlessly, everything gets effortlessly back to them. Stay tuned, because I want to really go deeply into the subconscious wiring, the conditioning, and what is playing out behind the scenes, how you can actually become aware of that, how you can change that, and how you can stop pushing your way through life, doing hard work where it's not necessary and where it's not needed. First of all, we want to talk about the subconscious mind, because that's where all of this is stemming from. So imagine how you grew up. When we were kids, we soaked everything in as a software, as our subconscious mind is a beautiful software that is working to protect us, to keep us safe, getting all the information that we cannot even comprehend in our logical mind, and it's completing certain patterns and it's completing certain beliefs and worldview. Our childhood affects us massively, so we want to go back into how we were brought up and what kind of wiring we received. So the childhood. Now I'm gonna use two examples of two extremes, let's say. This is one child. So this is a girl who grew up in a family that was not really happy, as we would consider. So her wiring is, you have to work hard for money. There is limited resources for everything. On the top of that, she doesn't believe in herself because her parents kept undermining her. She is not rewarded for her efforts. She is completely let down, and also she doesn't feel loved at all. She feels some sort of connection to her parents, and she's trying so hard to make them understand that she's worthy, that she is lovable, and that she deserves to be in this world, in this place. She's fighting so hard for love, for being seen, for being loved, for being valued. And therefore, all the wirings that she receives is that she's not worthy. She's not worthy of being here, because what the reality is reflecting back to her is the parents who don't care for her. They are not emotionally attuned to her. They are not being affectionate, they are not giving her what she needs, and they are neglecting her. So what she is being wired and understanding about herself is that she is not worthy. Okay? She is not worthy. On the other hand, there is this guy who is growing up in a loving, happy family. So he is receiving all the love, validation, praise. He's being modeled that everything is available to him. Whatever he wants, he can receive and achieve. His parents are guiding him and learning and teaching him. They are praising him every day. They are telling him they love him. They are giving him good education. They are teaching him valuable lessons. And most of all, they are making him feel that he is worthy of everything that he desires. That he is worthy. And what do you think, how these two people are gonna grow up differently? Of course, I am using two extremes. So nothing is black and white, nothing is just perfect, amazing, and nothing is horrible and doomed. These are two extremes on the spectrum. How do you think this life is gonna go for them? This girl here, she's gonna go through life believing, deeply believing in her subconscious mind that she's not worthy. And no matter how much people around her are gonna tell her, you are amazing, you are incredible, you should believe in yourself, you should be proud of yourself, you should be proud of your achievements, you should be happy about your situation, you should change your situation, etc., etc. No matter how much input is gonna be added on the top of that, if her capacity, if her wiring is that she's not worthy, nothing on the surface level can reach deep down. So what does that mean in reality? That she's gonna keep attracting situations that gonna keep proving that she is not worthy. She's gonna keep attracting relationships that gonna keep proving that she is not worthy. She's gonna keep attracting career, jobs, opportunities that perpetuate the circle of her not being worthy, because even if she reaches for something that is for her and she would love to get that and she would love to be that, her subconscious mind is gonna keep her in the loop, because this is familiar, this is safe, and something out of it is absolutely dangerous in the sense of subconscious mind. So no matter how much maybe she, when she grows up, finds and meets amazing people, loving partner who really genuinely wants to love her, but what's gonna end up happening? She's gonna sabotage it, she's gonna push him away, she's gonna run away, she's gonna sabotage the relationship and destroy it, because her subconscious mind is wired for not worthy. So there comes a guy who is absolute asshole and treats her horribly, but that's what her subconscious mind is gonna see as safe, because that's how her parents primed her up and wired her for life. Okay, and then there's the other guy who was taught that everything is possible, that he's amazing, he was loved, they were affectionate, they taught him what is love, they taught him what he deserved, they taught him to believe in the opportunities and the possibilities. So he's gonna go through life attracting the situation, the relationships, the opportunities, and the jobs and the career options that prove that he is worthy. So he will be going through life seemingly very easy peasy, because that's his wiring, that's his starting point, that's his default, what the parents set him up for. And that's the default. So why is it that no matter what you do on the outside, no matter how much she tries to push, force, she tries to mold herself, she tries to change her situation, end up in the same situation, because the wiring and the subconscious mind is always working in the background, and it's so much stronger than any kind of logical advice, any kind of logical process that we can undergo. I will keep repeating about the importance of working with the subconscious mind, because even if you grew up in a situation where your parents were loving and you grew up in a loving family, still there's gonna be some sort of things that were wired in you, knowingly or unknowingly, that are stopping you from actually stepping into your fullest potential, because we are all limited, human beings are all limited. Most of our parents came and didn't do much of the work on themselves, and therefore they put forward their wiring, and maybe it was not preferable. So still we have to do some sort of work, even if we grew up in a loving family. And many of us didn't, to be honest. Many of us didn't grow up in a loving family. Many of us grew up in a messed up families in one way or another, and brought with us so many messed up beliefs and even the limitations of our parents. So maybe if our parents were kind of doing good in their life, were emotionally aware, still somehow they limited us to the blueprint that they have received. So therefore we still have to look at where we are limiting ourselves and where we are not living up to our potential. So now we understand how the childhood wired us. Now we want to talk about how to change it in today's world, in today's life, when I believe you are an adult and you are struggling with how to do that, how to actually do that, how to change that, how to start with that. So you today are here. Once you understand that there is a certain wiring that you received, and you start rewiring that, how do we want to do that? So when you imagine your goal and dream, your goals, dreams, and desires, and if you imagine them and they feel somehow further away from you, they feel somehow distant, and they must feel a bit distant because your reality is here right now. This is your current reality, this is where you are, and your goals and desires feel a little bit out of reach, or a lot further away from reach, or very much out of the reach. So when you imagine your goals and dreams and desires and how you want to live your life, and it feels very much out of the reach, it feels like one day I will get there, but not today, not tomorrow, maybe in a month, maybe in a year. That's how you know that your subconscious mind is actually wired for something less, something not yet there, something that is not gonna get you immediately where you want to be. Because the subconscious mind, let me be clear about one thing, the subconscious mind only understands the present moment. So whatever happened to you in your childhood, whatever happened to you yesterday, whatever is going to happen to you tomorrow, it's all in present. Okay, the subconscious mind doesn't understand the time. That's why sometimes when you get triggered, you feel like you are back in time, because your body is giving you the sensation of being back in time, literally in the body of a 4-year-old you, where you feel very triggered, attacked, or something that happened to you back then. So what we want to really understand about the subconscious mind, that the subconscious mind only operates in the present tense. There is no past, there is no future, the present. So whenever you think about your goals and desires, and you are thinking about the future, which logically we are as a human beings, because we are living in the time and space where the time is a concept that we are operating with, otherwise we would be not able to manage anything in our life. But whenever you start thinking about the future and you are casting forward the future of yourself, your goals and desires, you are not speaking directly to your subconscious mind. Because your subconscious mind doesn't understand the future tense. It doesn't understand the concept of future. It only understands the present. So whenever you are speaking to your subconscious mind, wiring new beliefs, or putting your goals and desires, it is very important to not only speak to the subconscious mind in the present tense, but be on the present tense. This is leaking a little bit into the identity work, because when we are talking about identity, and when you start embodying a new identity, you don't start doing it tomorrow or 1 week from now. When you want to change your identity, you start right away in many tiny steps. It doesn't matter how tiny those steps are, you want to embody it right away, so your subconscious can start understanding, oh, this is what is happening right now. It is now, it is not future, which I don't understand, it is not past, which I don't understand, I want to go back. It is right now. So it's important to wire in the goals and desires as a present tense, as it is happening right now, not when you quit your job, not when you finish your degree, not when you move country, not when you're gonna finish a project. It needs to be right now. And that's why so many of us struggle, because we are waiting around for some outside event to change. We are waiting for the outside proof to come to us so we can change our opinion about how close these goals and desires are. But the reality doesn't function like that. The reality functions the other way around. So when you change the inside, the outside has to match with it. And what do we mean by changing the inside? One of the facts is the subconscious mind. So whenever, guys, you are working on the subconscious mind, whenever you are wiring new belief, you are changing the inside reality for yourself, and the outside has to catch up on that. And let me be very clear here. Like I was saying in the previous video, the beliefs you hold about yourself are creating a reality that you are experiencing right now. So there is no way around it. There is no way you can fake it, pretend it, make it. It is only what it is, and it is neutral. So if your reality right now is not showing your goals and desires because you are still perceiving them as far away from you, then that's what you're gonna keep perpetuating. If you are thinking one day I'm gonna be a millionaire, but it's not today, it's not tomorrow, it's maybe in 1 year from now, you're gonna keep perpetuating this distance. Because what you are thinking of all day, what you are feeling and what you are believing is that is not here now. And it's not going to be here tomorrow either. And it's not going to be here in 1 month or 1 week. You are perpetuating this time and space that is keeping you away from that desire. To put it clearly, if you want to change your reality, if you want to get what you really want, if you want to change your identity, you need to start from the inside. So you need to start changing how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the goal, how do you feel about having that desire right now. To really get your desires and get your goals, you need to match the inside first, inside yourself. So what does it mean, the inside? The inside is subconscious. That means beliefs, the wiring, the feeling, okay? So that's emotions. Because this is gonna affect highly how you're gonna perceive yourself, your reality, and the possibility. So the outside then, it has to match. It has to match the inside. There is no way other than that. So first you want to look at the inside. So you look at your beliefs, you look at your wiring, you look at your childhood, how we were talking in the first slide. You understand, okay, maybe you had a really messed up childhood, maybe you had a really messed up ideas about yourself, maybe you didn't believe in yourself, you going through life not worthy. So how do you want to change the outside if inside you are feeling not worthy? Of course the mirror is gonna show you you are not worthy. You have to first change the wiring. The wiring is the most important thing that you ever gonna change, because once you believe, truly believe, and you wire it in that you are worthy of your desire, no matter what it is, you are worthy of the desire. You feel good about that because you know that you are worthy about. You know that you deserve that. You know that the reality is already coming. You are not separate from it. You already feel as if it's here because you know it's here. You believe in it. You see the proof. The outside has to match. It's the proof. It's the proof of the inside. If you really want to change your situation and you don't want to be ruminating about your childhood, you don't want to be ruminating about your circumstances, you don't want to be ruminating about your environment, you start from the inside. You start from the inside and you really hone in these simple things that you need to rewire. You need to persuade your mind that you are worthy of your desires. You are worthy of what you want. You are worthy of being here. Your soul came here to do huge things and live on purpose. You are worthy of that. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your soul. You are not going to play the victim mode anymore. You're not going to play the victim role. You are not affected by the outside circumstances, by the outside forces, because you know better than that the outside is only the reflection It's a reflection. So when you start working on this, when you start understanding, when you really start seeing it for what it is, that every single thing in your life right now, in your environment, in your reality is showing you exactly the reflection in the mirror where you are not free, where you are still limited, where you are not living up to your potential or your desire or a goal or your dream. And because it's showing you, that is giving you feedback, otherwise it would not be showing in your reality. You can start looking inside, you can start looking where you are still believing that you are not worthy of certain desire, you are not worthy of the money, you are not worthy of the love, you are not worthy of the life that you deserve and desire. It's all hidden there. It's all hidden on the inside. You cannot pretend it, you cannot fake it. I'm not trying to tell you that you have to start pretending like, wow, I'm a millionaire and everything is happening. If that helps you, maybe start doing that. But you really want to go into the depths to uncover it and to start rewiring it. How to rewire that? Access your subconscious mind in a theta and alpha state. What does it mean? Our subconscious mind is the most suggestible when it's in these states. That means the wiring that we have there, deeply wired in, is suggestible to be rewired only in those states. So you want to access that, so you are not trying to bypass the subconscious mind just doing surface level stuff. If you want to access the subconscious mind, the deep wiring, this is alpha and theta state. So when do we access that? It is right before falling asleep and right after waking up. That's when our mind is most suggestible. That's when we can receive all those information and wire them in. And when we were kids, we were mostly operating in these states. That's why we were so suggestible to programming. That's why we always go back to childhood, because that's where our wiring comes from. Our wiring was 100% wired in our childhood, and absolutely you can change it, okay? You have the power to do that in your adulthood, no matter how old are you. So that is the easier to access in hypnosis, of course. When you are in hypnosis, you are bypassing the subconscious mind, you are bypassing the states which would not allow you to take new suggestions, and you are going directly in it, so you can work with it and you can uncover the root causes of your problems and your issues, and you can rewire it and wire in new beliefs that you prefer. Work with everything that you have not being able to, with outside pushing, forcing, and all of those things that we were talking about, which are not working, because the wiring is always there and it's much, much stronger than our logical mind. So we can rewire with also repetition. Our subconscious mind and our beliefs are learning by repetition. So what we repeat the most, that's what we're gonna eventually wire in. It's the same with the habits and actions. What we do the most, our subconscious mind is taking on and starting to operate such as. So repetition is also very important. And of course, we want to be able to infuse the feeling and the emotion that comes naturally with it. So how do you feel about certain things? How do you feel about certain situation? How you feel about certain beliefs is gonna affect how you're gonna either accept them or not accept them. It is absolutely possible to get everything you want. What I want you to understand and take from this video is that no matter what kind of childhood you had, no matter what kind of wiring you have, no matter if you believe right now, your belief is that you are completely unworthy and you don't deserve the life you want, it doesn't matter, okay? If you decide that you want to go on this journey, if you decide that you want to become everything that you have ever been, and what is not working for you clearly, then you can do it. You can absolutely 100% do it. There is no way that you would not be able to do that if you follow this formula, if you follow the steps, if you really honestly and brutally decide and look at your wiring, your beliefs, your emotions, your outlook, your perspective on life. And then if you're willing to go there and start uncovering the layers, peeling them off, changing them, and being patient with yourself, doing it with grace, giving yourself the grace to get through that, because when you first do that, it's gonna feel very uncomfortable. But the more you do it, the more it's gonna feel okay, like a process that you're gonna just simply do and repeat to get everything that you desire, and there is no way around it that this would not work. I'm the living proof of that. You can see me on the video now talking, speaking, teaching about these things, and I was the most shy person that you could ever imagine when I was younger. I was afraid to even speak English. English is not my first language. Now I speak multiple languages, and I am not afraid to put myself out there. I was so afraid of visibility. I was so afraid of how people would receive me, how they would react to me, what they would say, what they would think if I put myself out there. Now I'm putting myself out there daily, on a daily basis. I can talk about these things, I can speak about these things, I can understand these things because I spent time learning about them. And most of all, I spent time learning about myself and rewiring those beliefs that were holding me back and making me feel that I'm not worthy of that. I completely rewired my mind to believe that I am worthy of doing the things I love and I desire, and I am doing them right now. And I am the living proof that you can completely change your identity, you can completely change your desires, you can completely change your environment, you can completely change the way you go through life, how people perceive you, how you perceive yourself. It is all about how you perceive yourself, self-concept, the inside. So my advice to you is build incredibly strong self-concept. Start from there. No more undermining yourself, no more telling yourself that you cannot do that, that you are not worthy of that, that you don't deserve that, that it's going to take time, that you don't know how to do that. Start and the way is going to show up for you. Start and the things are gonna get to you. Whatever you need on the way, it will appear to you. I know it sounds crazy, but if you rewire your mind, if you really drill in yourself that you are worthy of the life that you desire, and I know that we all have desires that we are so aching for, and they are there for a reason. They are there for a reason for us to play them out. And then you deserve that, and it is up to you. It is your responsibility to remove those limits, the limitations that are holding you back, to remove the wiring and to wire in the belief that you can do it, and in fact you are doing it and you are already it. If you need help with this, if you would like to work with me, perhaps one-on-one, I can help you with getting to the root cause of whatever is holding you back. I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment where you are at in your journey, what you are struggling with right now, what would you like to understand, because I would love to get some feedback from you so I can actually make these videos tailored for you, and so they are helpful for you. I really appreciate you, I believe in you, and thank you so much for watching. It means the world, and I will see you in the next video.